then, if you remain this version of you, the world won't see that change because that future only exists in the romance version of you. So today, I dare you, refuse to settle for version 1.0 of you. Choose to upgrade. Choose to become the better version of you.
Thank you so much, Coach Juliet, for that motivational talk on becoming a better version of ourselves. Yeah, I hope that I become a better version of myself in the new year. This year has gone, yeah. So the version I was, I intend to upgrade. All right, it's time for exercise.
Let's go. Drop it, low, make it, roll, back, blow, bend it, over, touch, toe, hands, knees, him, bow, bust it down, bust it down, drop it down, bust 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 it down, drop it down, now, shorty, twerk, no she bad, pretty face, color, big face, got it, 60, feel, my block, they know it, get blowing, slow motion, she roll it, I flake it, now throw it, more, chips, young, rich, me, and girl, own it, scope it, show it, blow it, do it, for me, push it, open, turn it, low, make it, roll, back, blow, bend it, over, touch, toe, hands, knees, him, bow, bust it down, 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 legit, bust it down, bust it down, bust it down, bust it down, sweet lips, you a bad little, I said you a Sunday, you a bad little, till she close, you can, I do this shit all over, I got some other baby, I'm a girl, feeling yes, nothing, I just beat the cat, I'm with my new shop, I'm trying to get a girl, Kenny in the back, talking, that ain't me, y'all, I'm not kidding for the section, but I'm saying, yo, got out of your out, yo, I love touch, you call the body for a that ain't okay, turn it, low, make it, roll, back, give me right to, I'm on that night, give me right to, give me that night, knees, start it up, bow, bust it down, 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 riches,
Welcome back from that exercise. Hope you joined in. I wish I could stand up and do all of that, but somehow, I sat and I was shaking a little. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja continues. Go nowhere.
Welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it?
You are not ready to produce.
You've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Heart.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike.
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
It's another festive season of Christmas. Joy, love, and celebrations fill the air. Yes, your favorite program, Ladylike, will be celebrating Christmas with 250 episodes and still counting. Wow! Yes, Ladylike is 5 years this year. On this Christmas special, we'll be reminiscing on our first 3 episodes, most emotional episode, and lots more. Has it done that before? Yes, only on Ladylike to bring you the best. And it's me, your host to the most, the sheriff in town, Ore Russell. But that's not all. We will also be having surprise visitors. Want to know who? Then don't join in the celebration. Date, Tuesday, 23rd December. Time, 7:30 p.m. Merry Christmas.
To say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host of the most, Omar with Erese, and I'll always be here with my besties.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olanipoti Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Welcome back from that break, and now on to a very beautiful topic that is just the right time to have this conversation in particular. New Year without pressure. What does it mean to be in a new year without pressure? And we will be looking at setting realistic goals, mental health in the new year, and coping with expectations. How do we do, or how do we achieve all of that? And what better person is there to talk about this topic than Barrister Zuleha Yusuf herself, who is already in the studio. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
To be here.
Yeah. Did I mention that my guest is a life coach? And I've mentioned our topic, New Year without pressure. What does this mean to you?
You know, naturally, at the beginning of every new year, another round of 365 days, there's always this pressure. You feel like, what have I been achieving in my life? You know, I need to get my affairs right. And when you are seeing other people achieving, there's always this pressure. Maybe just mental pressure, maybe just you know, feeling anxious about your life, and then you feel like, I need to write down a long list of all the things I want to achieve, and then you get yourself into this fix. At the end of the day, you become sad because you are not able to achieve all those. So that pressure always comes at the new year. In fact, there are so many programs that are asking people, what's your new year resolution and things like that. And so I think over the years, people have learned that it's not about setting the resolutions that really matter. It's about choosing maybe a few. It's not like writing a long list of resolutions, but just have a few life goals. You can just take it down to 2 or 3 that you want to achieve. And rather than look at it that, okay, a whole year I have to do this, why not just build consistent daily habits daily? that will help you to get to where you want to get to in life. So it's better to take the pressure off yourself, because it will affect your mental health, especially when you are comparing with other people. Maybe somebody on social media has said that, I was able to earn $10,000 last year, and then you are feeling like, okay, so what did I achieve? So remove the pressure for the sake of your own mental health. Enter the new year knowing that this is where you're supposed to be, knowing that God has plans for you, and you also will plan for yourself, and that you will build consistent good habits daily that will help you get to where you want to go to.
When you spoke about pressure, I just remembered something I saw. Somebody said if you saved, was it 100 naira or 500 every day, and then at the end of it, I saw a very huge amount. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to try it. By the time I calculated how much he said he got, there was just no hope that person would have gotten that money. So now I'm talking about pressure. When we keep comparing, tell us the effect it has on us when we keep comparing ourselves with other people's achievements.
It distracts you. It distracts you because you are not putting into consideration your own circumstances, your own nature, your own personality type, the support system you have, things like that. So what I will encourage everybody to do is sometimes to shut out the feeds in your social media. If you may be following a particular influencer, you want to be like them, because of course naturally, if you want to achieve something in maybe your career, your line of business, your personal growth, your health, it's okay for you to follow those, as they say, follow who know road. But if you see that, like you mentioned now, somebody's achievement is way out of what you can, because maybe they are exaggerating it, maybe their circumstance is not the same with your own, it's better to shut off those distractions. It distracts you from your own life. Focus on your own life. Set smart goals. The one they say specific, measurable, time-bound, that kind of thing. Set goals that align with where the circumstances of your own life. Of course, we all want to grow, we all want to leave our comfort zone, but do not set unrealistic expectations. It has to be realistic. That's one of the SMART way of setting goals. So break it down into chunks of 3 months. Okay, every 3 months, review your goal, the goal you set. Maybe it may have to do with your personal growth. Maybe you want to attend so many courses, 3 courses this year, implement what you are. It's not about attending all the online classes and not implementing anything. It is about your weight, for instance, or your health. You can't just say, I want to drop 50 kg of weight. No, how about saying, I want to take a walk daily, I want to eat healthier, I want to drink water, so and so. So it's about setting good habits every single day. So it affects your mental health when you continue to compare. So shut off all the social media distractions, shut off all the noise, focus on yourself and have a why to every goal. It's not because everybody else has become fair or is looking slimmer, so me too, I must grow slim this year. No, there has to be a why. Maybe it is something that you really need it for your own self, for your health. You want to achieve so amount of money because you want to be able to take your family on vacations, because you want to be able to enjoy certain, comforts of life. There has to be a why. When there's a why, it will encourage you, it will motivate you to be that is required to achieve.
So it shouldn't just all be because it's a trend. There should be a why to it.
Because we live in a world now where trends are all that matter. We just jump on the trend. Even if you have other things that we are doing in our lives, we follow this trend because that's what other people are doing. Yes.
Okay. So for most people, we're at the beginning of the year and you spoke about goal setting, For most people, we set these goals, but we don't know, are they realistic? Are they not realistic? How do we even go about achieving it? We don't know. How can you advise us to set realistic goals?
One is to have clarity. Be clear about what you want. I always say to people, this journey is a journey from your birth to your death, and there is somewhere that every person wants to go. There's something that everybody wants to achieve. Whatever is your line of career, whatever is your business, whatever it is. If, for instance, you say you want to do business, for instance now, instead of saying, I want to have a successful business, why not, tell yourself, I will first do research. Identify 3 things that you want to do. I will do a research. I will watch videos on so and so thing. I would attend whatever it is, because that's the way to go. Instead of just, being so ambiguous about your goal. For you to achieve it is to be clear first, have clarity, and then have clear, meaningful, action steps, yes, that you will take towards achieving that goal. Yes.
Okay, that's very clear. You just said it in very simple terms that everyone would understand. So the issue of self-awareness and goal setting. Most people, that awareness, who am I? What am I? What can I achieve? Most people don't even know it, and yet we go ahead to set goals that are way beyond what. How can someone, how can someone activate self-awareness and use that in setting goals?
Yes, and that's why I was talking about your why. Your intention for everything really matters. Your intention really matters. If you are just, drifting along with the crowd, you are just moving along with the trend because this is what everybody is doing, you will get burnt out. At some point, you will get tired. At some point, you would just end up achieving nothing. And so that why is very important. Who am I? Like you rightly said, everybody has a life purpose. And I always say that your life purpose can either come from the pain you have experienced in your life or some experiences you've gone through. So have a life purpose. And sometimes your experiences, the things you went through, there are a lot of people that maybe they battled, for instance, drug addiction, and later they became advocates or they became people that help other people. There are some people that they battled so much with their weight, and then when they got a weight loss strategy, it was able to help them. So have a life purpose. And your life purpose is what you say it is. It can be you want to help. There are some people that became cooks because along the line, they found out that cooking was something that they could earn money from, it gave them pleasure and things like that. So you have to be something that is related with your own core. And then apart from your intention again, you also have to be sure of what you want to achieve, what the legacy you want to leave behind. Everybody is in this life to achieve something. God created everybody for a unique reason. There are some things you can do that I cannot do, and there are some things I can do that you cannot do. So be clear about your purpose. You are not just here to occupy space. There is something that God wants you to achieve. So if you're able to identify that life purpose, it can be the difference between your success and your failure in life. Identify, be sure of exactly what you want to be and what you want to do. Yes. Be clear on that.
Our topic is New Year without pressure, and we've looked at setting goals. Now, mental health. Mental health is one area that you find out that most Nigerians tend to neglect. We just feel, oh, since it's not painful, it's not paining me here or there, we just let it be. What are some common mental health challenges people experience at the beginning of the year, especially? Because how you start that year, you might end it up.
It sets the tone. It does set the tone, honestly. If your thoughts are all scattered, at the beginning of the year, you are not sure exactly what you want to do or what you don't want to do. It can set the tone for your entire year. You just find yourself, you have just wasted a whole year. So, of course, mental health, like you said, is something that we ignore. We take care of physical pain, but we leave out on the mental pain. And this mental one can actually, direct every other thing that you are doing. Number one is to remove distractions, like I was saying before. Just remove distractions. Don't allow yourself to be carried away by what other people are doing. Social media has a lot of advantages because it helps people to be visible out there, to promote themselves and their businesses and things like that. But it also comes with so much pressure and so many distractions. So it's better to remove it from you. If you want to work, if you have a workstation that you want to work with, remove all those things that are going to distract you. Also, is not to have too many expectations. Like I said, set realistic goals. Don't let them be too many, and have your why for why you want to achieve it. Don't blend with everybody. What creates that mental health issues or that pressure is because you want to follow the crowd when God has created you to stand out. I always say to people, why do you want to just blend in with the crowd when you've been created to stand out? You are a standout personality. So why not do something different? Don't be bothered about, okay, everybody is doing this, so me too, I have to reach that particular. It has to be a milestone that is going to achieve a lot for yourself, for your family, for your career, for your personal growth and things like that. Even for your finances, if you are setting goals for, I want to have so and so amount in my bank account for this year, it has to be because of the things that will help you achieve a better quality of life. Right. So that's the way to stop all the pressure that affects our mental health. Yes.
Thank you so much for how you simplified it. We'll take a pause now and go on a short break. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja continues. If you want to have a new year without pressure, stay with us.
Say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host the most, Omari with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olanipoti.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? You are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom. They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for the God to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollo.
This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Back from that break, we've been discussing, before we went on that short break, we've been discussing New Year without pressure, and my guest is still in the studio. Welcome back from that break, Hajia. And we had said a lot about New Year without pressure, from setting how to set realistic goals, and now we are delving in, we had delved into mental health. Now, how can I, protect my mental health while pursuing those set goals, those realistic goals I had set?
After doing the inner work in your own mind, knowing your intention, knowing your why, knowing what you want to achieve, where you want to reach, and things like that, another thing is to surround yourself with growth-friendly people. Because sometimes the company you keep determines, the level of your success or how far you can go. There's a parable about the frogs that were put in a jar, and every time one wanted to go out, the other ones were pulling it down because they did not realize that one would actually set the tone for their own freedom too. So sometimes you have this pull-down mentality if you are in a crowd of people that are not allowing you, or you want to achieve something and their own focus is totally different. Maybe they are the type that prefer you to be extravagant, waste every money you've earned, and you have a different kind of goal. So your circle shapes your momentum. So be around the people that they will encourage your ideas, they will inspire growth, they will hold you accountable, and they will also celebrate your wins. You also should celebrate yourself. Don't always be so don't downplay your success by saying that I didn't achieve as much success as those other people. This person was able to buy a Lamborghini this year, I was not able to buy. Those other people moved to their new house, I was not able to. Don't celebrate your own little wins, because you will get to where you want to go to. Also, every person that is supportive of you can change your year for you. So to protect your mental space, remove toxicity from it, remove people that would bring you down mentally, and just make sure that your support system is the type that actually encourages your growth.
Okay. Sometimes you talked about pushing ourselves too hard. Not when we achieve little things, we think this person has achieved better than I, so we don't celebrate our wins. How do we know that we're pushing ourselves too far, and how is the importance of maintaining rest all through the year while achieving what you want to achieve? Because if you just rest all through,
of course, that's another way. We are not promoting indolence, laziness, or lethargy. Lethargy is where you just feel like, I can't even do anything, let me just relax. You can get to that stage where in your life, because you feel like you're not moving forward, so you don't take the actions again that are required. So even while you are trying to be productive, productivity is key. Every day that you become 1% better. Just try to make sure that your yesterday is always better than, your today is better than yesterday. Even if yesterday turned out bad, find a way of improving on a daily basis. It's actually better to do things daily that become a habit, because they say it takes about 30 or 21 days to build a habit. If you are doing those good, positive actions that move you towards your goal daily, it is better than for you to just achieve in one huge leap. It's like somebody that just wins the lotto now and then he just gets 25 million in one day and blows it all off. It's not a meaningful kind of progress. But if gradually you keep on building your portfolio in terms of money, in terms of career goals, it is better that way. So it's to take it one step at a time, make one small improvement in your life or in your health. Do one task every day that will help you. Review your life in 3-month cycles. Every month or every 3 months, sit with yourself and ask what worked, what did not work. Where did I make mistakes? Where do I need to go? What next do I need to do? What course do I need to take? Or things like that. So do it in gradual leaps and bounds. It's not about sitting down and being lazy. It's also not about pressurizing yourself so much because you get burnt out. And particularly for us women, God has created us to be emotional beings. And so things that our emotions affect our moods and the things that happen around us, it can give us mental health issues if we are not careful. So to prevent that burnout, it can totally ground you for life. People will not see it. They cannot see it. You may still be looking beautiful. You may still be coming out daily, but they cannot see that you are mentally exhausted. So to avoid that one, that kind of pain that is not seen, for us women, you take your rest every day, sleep 7 to 8 hours as the doctors have recommended, drink lots of water, eat good food. That's what self-care is about. Self-care is not when you just splurge on maybe a 30 million naira vacation somewhere and things like that. It's about every day. Just make sure that you get enough rest, that no matter how hectic your business is, you take time off. Sometimes you may decide to switch off your phones for a few hours. Sometimes if you have a good support system, you may take your children to your relative's house or your in-laws or something and just have the weekend to yourself and things like that. For us women, it is really key. Otherwise, when you get burnt out, you may be a subject of mockery and people will not understand what made you to break down because they couldn't see it. As you were pressurizing yourself, as you were working too hard, they didn't see the efforts you were making until when you break down. So it's better to avoid it by every day giving yourself that self-care, that space to rest. Okay. It's very important.
So you spoke about the frogs in a jar that kept pulling the other person down. Yes. Most of the times we are resilient people as Nigerians, yes. But our circle, it's like you're never doing enough. You're never doing enough. How do we communicate boundaries in a healthy way? Oh, okay, you're my friend and you're trying to push me, but this is the much I can take. Please. How do I communicate that without offending people?
Yeah, like I said, everybody knows where they want to go to. And my own goals may not necessarily be your own goals. You may even look at me and say, this person does not know what she's doing, while I actually know where I'm going. It's better to communicate clearly to people what you want and how you want to do it. You should not be one that can go with the crowd. For instance, if you are not in support or it's not part of your goal for you to go on a shopping spree and then waste all the money you have. So somebody is saying, this is what is happening now. It is dirty December. It is time to go and splurge all the money that is, and you feel like, no, this will not align with what me and my family want to achieve this year. From day one, the way you behave, the way you communicate, we show them that let's not bother calling this person because she will not go with us. It's what I even tell young people too, because when they talk about youth and they are being peer pressure and all that, I always tell them, be clear in your school what you take and what you will not take, so that when they want to go to anything that they know you will not support, they will. So boundaries is very important in any relationship. In fact, it's not just with your friends. Make it clear to people what you want to achieve, how you want to achieve it, so that when they want to distract you from your goal, they will already know that you are not going to agree. So it's important to set boundaries. No matter how much you love that person, you have to show the person clearly that I will take this, I will not take this. I go with this, I will not go with this, so that everybody is on the same page.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on Good Morning, Abuja. If you had that one advice to leave us with, what would it be?
Okay, to remove that mental pressure, to be sure of what your life goal is, what your life purpose is, what you want to achieve in life, and just give yourself, grow at your own pace, work hard as much as you can with God's help so that you get to where you want to go, but remove distractions. Stop looking at what other people are doing. If you were driving, for instance, and you were looking out at all the trees and all the roads and everything, you will likely have an accident. But if you were to focus on your steering wheel and where you are going, you will eventually get to where you want to go to. So know that everybody is have their own pace in life. Do not be distracted by other people, and know your why for doing everything that you do in life.
Thank you so much for those tips you gave us. All you said, hopefully we're going to put it into practice and then have a new year without.
I wish everybody a successful new year.
Thank you so much, Barrister Zulaiha Yusuf, for coming on Good Morning, Abuja.
Thank you for having me.
You've heard it all from my guest. Remove toxic people from your life. If your goal and your friend's goal does not align, please keep that friend aside and you make sure you have a focus on what you want to achieve for the year, and you would have a new year without pressure. We go on a short break. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja continues. So please go nowhere.
Say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host the most, Omari with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olanipoti Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
It's another festive season of Christmas. Joy, love, and celebrations fill the air. Yes, your favorite program, Ladylike, will be celebrating Christmas with 250 episodes and still counting. Wow! Yes, Ladylike is 5 years this year. On this Christmas special, we'll be reminiscing on our first 3 episodes, most emotional episode, and lots more.
Have you done that before? Yes, only on Ladylike we bring you the best, and it's me, your host to the most, the sheriff in town, Ore Rusel.
But that's not all. We will also be having surprise visitors. Want to know who? Then don't miss out on the fun. Join in the celebration. Date, Tuesday 23rd December. Time, 7:30 p.m. Merry Christmas.
Many thanks for staying with us on NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station. Now, everyone is from a home. A good person from a home. A bad person, no, not a bad person. A person with poor moral standards is also from a home. What kind of homes are we having now? There was a time in Nigeria, in Africa, where when you talk about divorce, a lot of children growing in homes wouldn't even know what that is. Like, you have to put them through. But that word has become very common in this era. What is happening to us? I have a guest in the studio who will tell us a lot about this topic I'm about to introduce. I have in the studio Coach Adebayo Abdul-Latif. He is the founder, Happy Home Marriage Consult. He's also a member of the Chartered Institute of Mentors and Coaches in Nigeria. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Good morning. It's nice to be here.
Thank you for coming. All right, we will be talking about healing family ties before the new year, reconciliation and forgiveness, building happy family units. Now, if we're addressing this, it means something must have gone wrong along the line. I would like you to tell us, we're talking about healing family ties. Healing. I'd like us to pick on that word. But before we do that, I know that once upon a time in Africa, in Nigeria, a person's father would know, or rather, the parents might know themselves, and they're like, oh, I have a son and I saw a beautiful girl in your house. I think I would want them to get married. Those marriages were contracted and they lasted. These days, we're having courtships where we're doing all the sweet things, and modernity, where we're loving ourselves in a way we know how best. And then when those marriages are contracted after courtship, 1-2 months, it begins to shake. What's happening?
Okay, thank you very much. It's nice to be here, and I love the way you started this. Yeah, those days when our father were actually doing what we call the old-fashioned matchmaking, those days, it was actually working fine because they don't just leave us to ourselves. You know, they know one or two of their friends who they know that this person is a good friend, is a good family, and they have good morals and values. So they tend to like, oh, my son is going to marry your daughter, or your daughter is going to marry my son, and things like that. Because they don't even leave us to ourselves, because they know they also need to guide us and for us to be able to have a good life. What they were doing then was actually matchmaking. You understand? But it was an old-fashioned matchmaking that most of us see today. No. My dad give me to somebody. No. I have to look for somebody myself. Now that they have allowed you to go and look for somebody yourself with love, with everything, what comes out of it? Now, what are we now doing today? We have gone back to what our parents were doing those days. The old-fashioned matchmaking is what a lot of people are doing now on social media. We have a lot of matchmakers. I also do matchmaking. I also have a lot of people coming to me. So if our parents were doing those days and they were getting it right, but okay, marry my friend, and it was going right, why do we stop it? Why do we look at it as an old-fashioned? And what we have today, is it really working? It's not really working because people are actually not getting it right. And those things, the morals were there, the values were there. We understand that whatever our parents give to us is the best, and we accept it from them. You understand that the man understands responsibility, the woman understands responsibility. Nobody is actually going out of their own duties, their own responsibility. But today you have everybody fighting for his right. My right. And that's why I have a lot of homes scattering. So let me just leave it there.
All right. Thank you so much for that light, because you really made it easy. You simplified what's happening. Now, back to our topic proper, healing family ties, reconciliation, forgiveness. When we talk about healing, definitely we're talking about reconciliation.
Definitely.
Why is reconciliation important before stepping? I know it's important in every way, but now we're entering into the new year. Why is it important before stepping into the new year?
Okay, reconciliation is very, very important. Both healing and reconciliation is very, very important. And I will say this categorically. The best you can give to yourself going into a new year is peace. And the best you can give to people outside there, either your family or people out there who have offended you, is for you to forgive them. But I can tell you, going into a new year is like going into a new marriage. You are not expected to go in with the baggages, with the bitterness, with the resentment. You understand? You're supposed to keep them as you're going to 2026. You understand? Everything that makes you, that's not happy, that's not good with you, that you're not happy with, drop them with 2026. Make a new resolution for yourself. People have offended you, forgive them. Go into 2026 with a new heart, a clean heart, so that your dream can also be fulfilled. You understand? So I think the best you can give to yourself, peace. The best you can give to your family and friends who have offended you is for you to forgive them and just let go. So it's very, very important, and we cannot overemphasize it.
When we talk of the word family, it's common.
Yeah.
Family. We hear it everywhere. It's common. What does it truly mean? What does this word family truly mean? And I know that there are different kinds of families. Why a happy home? Why a happy family?
Okay, thank you very much. If we don't have a family, a happy home, then it means we don't have a home, because family is the smallest unit of any society. You know, so the family you have here, the family I have there, the family I have here makes a nation. So if you have happy family everywhere, it means you're going to have a happy society, which translates into a happy nation. So, but the moment you begin to have one unhealthy home, let me use unhealthy, not bad family now. One unhealthy family here, those will actually contaminate the ones that are actually having a happy home. Just like the untrained children are not the one threatening the lives of the trained children. So it's very, very important for every one of us to work towards building a happy home, a happy society, and a happy nation. You understand? So family is very, very important.
So if we're addressing this topic we are addressing now, it means that there has been a loophole or a challenge with our families. What they used to be and what they are now. What has happened to us? Why are we having this challenge now? Why are we having children on the streets? Why are we Why all the whys?
There are so many whys because of modernization, because of technology, because of generalization, misinformation. There are so many whys to why we are having the kind of families that we have today. In those days, you see, when I was growing up, we see family members come together at the end of the year. We do what we call end of the year party. I even grew up having a mother, a grandmother who takes me to church. And we go to church. My mother won't complain. My daddy won't complain. But these days, do your own. Let me do my own. You understand that? So growing up, we see everybody as a unit. But right now, when we see people building their house, first, it's just me and my wife.
Very high.
I'm very high first. You know, your children don't even know their uncle. They don't even go to the village. So everybody now have been isolated. You are on your own, which was not like that. Which was not that before. So every family is expected to build that connection, and that family ties should be looked into as something that must not break on your own. Maybe at your own point, we should keep spreading it. So I think that's just the problem. Modernization.
All right, this should be a good thing, but somehow we need to go back to our roots. We're Africans, we're Nigerians.
Definitely.
So going back to our roots is of paramount importance. How do you differentiate between forgiving someone and enabling harmful behavior? Okay,
differentiating forgiveness and enabling harmful behavior. Let me quickly say this. When you forgive somebody, you are the first beneficiary of that forgiveness. When somebody offends you and you hold that person into your heart, it's like holding a prisoner into your heart. You will lock it. Let's go to the prison. Even the prisoners sleep, but the watch guards, the people that they don't sleep. You understand? So when somebody offends you and you hold that person into your heart, you have imprisoned that person into your heart, and you will not sleep. The moment you see that person, your heart will blink. You remember what that person has done to you. So, but when you let go of what they have done to you, you are the first beneficiary of that forgiveness. Now, talking about enabling, it's just for you to draw a healthy boundary. You draw a healthy boundary so that good and fine, you have let go, you have forgiven that person, but let that person understand that, hey, don't try this with me again. I've let go, I've forgiven you. It gives room for reconciliation. It gives room for that person to also think and change. But when that person is coming again with such an act, you quickly stop it. So there must be a boundary.
Aside, what's the name now? Sorry, let's cut. What did you talk about? You spoke about modernity. That's what I was
modernization.
From there, aside modernity, could it be that our culture that we're trying to promote this much has also helped in pulling families apart? Because when you begin to do, this one is not my biological child, so let me just push the person aside small and embrace my own. Does it further help in?
Yes, I think it does. Because we just like you said, we are Africans and we know our origins, we know where we are from. Aside the fact that we are Africans, we are brothers and sisters, regardless of our religion. God created every one of us. And I think there's this in the Quran that said you cannot be a believer until you love for your neighbor what you love for yourself. So it begins from there. So either your family, either your friend, either somebody who's close to you or not, we need to be good to people. You need to be that bond that we are from one creator who have created every one of us. So culture doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter, tribe doesn't matter. We are one, and we should live our life with love among all ourselves.
I'm sure growing up, when you were doing something wrong and you see a neighbor's father or someone you just know, there's this fear, and then you run away. You wouldn't even let them report you. You would plead. But these days, you touch someone's child.
They're in trouble.
You took the word right from my mouth. What role does community parenting, does the community generally play in building a strong family foundation and tie?
Yeah, I think that was then. It's no longer working. It's no longer working right now because modernization has taken place. You understand now? Then anybody can discipline anybody. When you go on the street and see a child doing wrong thing, you discipline the child, the mother will say, okay, thank you, please help me beat him again. But today, even in our schools, most of our schools that we have, as a teacher, you dare not beat a child. So what are you doing? A child that knows that you won't beat him.
How did we get here?
How did we get here? You know, we're trying to copy the Western world. You understand? How did we get here? Where a mother will scold a child and the child will call the police on. No, that's not our culture. That's not part of our life. You understand? So you alone cannot train a child. The community, the society also need to help you train the child, because that child cannot be with you at all time. So I don't know, maybe we have to go back to the basics. And many of us still maintain our culture. Yes, the modernization is there, but our culture still lives in us. Please, when my child is doing anything wrong, I go to the school. Please, beat him. Help me beat him. Mm-hmm. Yes, anybody around, if he does anything bad, please help me. Because I can't train him alone. I can't train. So the community actually not helping issues.
You spoke about going back to the basics. Yeah. As we round up, I would want you to speak to us. How do we reconcile our families? How do we build stronger family units? Not just for the new year, but for even the years to come.
Okay. Let me just give you some steps on how to build a very stronger family unit. Number one, make sure in your own family you create a communication platform where you communicate, where you interact. Today we have WhatsApp. Create a family WhatsApp where you discuss, where you share ideas, where you talk. You can have your family meeting on your WhatsApp groups. That's number one. Look out for each other. That's number two. Celebrate your wins together. That's number three. Then make sure you support yourself whenever there's need for that. Because families who support themselves stays together. But families who don't support themselves, you are on your own. So that's just a little 4 points on how you can build a stronger family unit. And going into the new year, what I would tell us is, you choose peace, you choose forgiveness, and you choose family. It is very, very important.
Thank you so much, Coach Abdulaziz. Abdulatif. I beg your pardon.
Abdulaziz is my father's name.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much.
I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. I hope that we can continue somehow. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
All right, we've heard it all. If we must have sane societies, we must go back to the drawing board. If we must have happy homes, we must go back to the drawing board. Our culture is beautiful. Let's not embrace modernity and throw away our culture. Now, Good Morning Abuja will continue after this time out. Stay with us.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The latest station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja,
would say have a lovely day. Welcome back from that short break. You know that when it's Monday, whatever the season is, we always come your way with money saving tips. It's a Monday to go out and get money, to go out and hustle. So when you hustle, you have to save. Money saving tips up next. From money saving tip, I sure got a tip, you know, to save my money so that I don't spend everything and then I am just looking without knowing where to go. Or maybe I'll come to the stage here and ask everybody for urgent 2K. Hopefully it won't get to that. All right, what would the weather look like? The Harmattan is here. Everywhere is dusty, it's hazy in the mornings. Well, let's see what today's weather outlook is. And with that weather report, we come to the end of today's edition of Good Morning Abuja. We hope we've been able to educate, entertain, and, brought you all the goodies you wanted to see today. We'd like to say thank you to our guests for coming on the program, and also to you, our special viewer, for staying with us from the beginning of the program till the very end. Thank you so much. And we hope that you stay with NTA Channel 5 Abuja for the rest of our programmings. From the entire production crew, we say have a very fantastic day. I remain Pamela Zamfara.